Everybody, welcome back to Late Night Show. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Sorry guys, it's been a week since I've been on here.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
No, thank you. As I was saying before I was robotically interrupted, I didn't name this channel the Migraine Show for nothing. I have constant migraines every day, so when I'm not on here, it's because I feel awful. I try to play games to cheer myself up when I can. And it's 3:30 in the morning, East Coast, US. Yeah, it's been a week, so let's catch you guys up. We finally got our spaceship up and running. We're off the first world. We brought Parvati and that weird religious dude with us, Vicar Max. And we're gonna go to the second area and check it out. Whatever's there. It's my first time playing through this game. Let me do Twitter and that junk. Alright, sorry about that, guys. It's my first month on YouTube. I've had 4 scammers try to be my friend. You deserve more subscribers. Yes, I do, but I'm a poor migraine cripple with no money. You're barking up the wrong tree. I got this new HyperX Cloud 2 headset. The set itself is standard stereo, you know, pretty good.
The repair station is currently idle.
But the mic sound, it's the first mic I've come across that makes me sound human.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Cool.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most. There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
It says make it so. I know everybody who knows what's up is hearing that in the Picard voice. Make it so, number one. Make it so, Ada.
I shall happily comply with your order, just as soon as we have a laser weapon system. The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
Logic blocks.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Both of them sarcastic. Nice. Yeah, great. Thanks. Oh, and do it without the lip. See you later, Choo-Choo. My cat was sitting here with me.
You are more than welcome, Captain.
Well, give me the spiel on the Groundbreaker. Talk amongst yourselves.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
I don't know why that sounds like good bars to me right now. Yo, I filed the required document forms in triplicate, and the fees have been paid. We will go to the hotel where the hoes will be slayed. Oh, I'm obviously medicated for my head, but whatever. It's allowing me to play this game and hang out with you guys. Yeah!
How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I require a captain to pilot the ship. Without an identified captain or crew, I serve no purpose. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
think everything's in order. Let's land this puppy. And before we do that, check the terminal. Alright, just a side quest, ladies and gentlemen. Let's land this puppy. I'm guessing not all these are unlocked yet. Alright, so only the ones lit up in blue. Alright, yeah, I guess I should catch you guys up. So yeah, it's been a week since I've been on here. Again, sorry guys, I have awful migraines. I play games when I can. Anyway, what happened last week, last episode, we cracked an egg named Adelaide to save the colony of Space Walmart. Emerald Vale. I think that's what it was called. The town of Edgewater. And we ended up running off evil William Shatner ripoff Reed Thompson, who couldn't run the town for shit. He ran off people who had the plague. They didn't have the plague at all. They had scurvy, because he only fed them salt tuna, salmon and tuna smushed together, no vegetables. They had scurvy. Adelaide cured them. And she's in charge of the town now. She's just iffy mad with us because we took her hippie colony as power regulator. Which on our bitch pudding run will help the town. Maybe the little outpost will prosper. I just thought everybody would be better off in the space town. And everybody's happy with it except her, basically. That's all that happened. Space Walmart town saved. Adelaide's in charge. Hopefully it don't go to her head. She's a cool leader. Hopefully. The way Obsidian makes games, everybody's dirty. But that's what's cool about their games, though. It's relatable. Anyway, so we got the power regulator, we got the ship up and running. Okay, so we need to do quests on the Groundbreaker to even get access to the Monarch. Space travel's automated. In this universe, I guess humans don't even do it. It's all by computer. So if you don't have a nav key to go somewhere, tough luck, fucko. So we gotta get the nav key from Monarch. To Monarch, excuse me. Alright, we got a lot of stuff to do on Groundbreaker. Alright, now that you're properly caught up, guys, let's do it. Groundbreaker. Spadoosh.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Thank you, Miss Ada. Ooh, yeah.
Got a sec?
Sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Alright, cool.
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sounds useful, actually. Are you asking to leave my crew and join her, you backstabbing lass?
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
We good, girl? I think that's what you used to, Fallout New Vegas style. You know, send her back to base. I know people say fire, but it's not fire. We got no money. I forgot that guy's a companion too. Oh, well, you can have two at a time. That's cool. Out of context, that don't sound good. Groundbreaker kinda looks like a Space Hulk. But inhabited by humans. What's up, Max? I didn't know you'd be coming with us.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
For your goofy French book.
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Yeah, that's a little more interesting to me. How is it a simple Vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Word.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Thank you, Captain. By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
I thought for sure he was gonna say Veritas Aquitas, man. I would have marked out.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
It's dumb.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Something you need?
Rise are cool. Just in general, this game looks cool. Hopefully we can get some proper armor for Max while we're here. Cause see, Parvati and myself are decked out in Space Walmart heavy armor. Max got Vicar religious robes.
Patience is a virtue, or so I've been told.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, it's late. Get my sweet tea, the nectar of the gods. Yeah, internet launch shot number 2. Tommy, Tiny Lister, and myself just share a joke. Well, not share. As I said, it's late. Tommy, Tiny Lister, Debo himself, and myself. We'll just sit on the porch drinking sweet tea, shooting the shit. He seems like a very interesting person to talk to. I think it'd be great. It's 4 o'clock US East Coast. So the impromptu sweet tea break is needed. And look, this is only a month into YouTube, so no viewers. I can do whatever I want. Check it out, Beavis. It's a space Guido. Alright, awful impersonations aside, let's get back to it. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's a good one. I have to Oh, those are all good. If you don't want my fingers to be so sticky, don't have such good stuff out in the open. Of course, this is a video game, and real life could get beaten the fuck up as a good deterrent to most people normally. Oh man, that's tight, but Debo's twice my size. I ain't stealing from him. This is my ship. Cute. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but my ship kinda looks like, Bill Pullman's ship in Spaceballs, that Space Winnebago they had. You know, except a lot bigger. Shit. Okay, it is wishful thinking, but it's still cool. Great movie, by the way. I saw Spaceballs before I saw anything Star Wars. I also saw it before Aliens. It was like 7 or 8. So when he burst out of the guy's chest at the end, I didn't know it was a joke. I thought... I'm really sorry about that, guys. This is the longest my hair's ever been. It's kind of uncomfortable. I need to get it cut.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
That's what I would be saying.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
What up, Felix?
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Defend the honor.
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah.
Real
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Hey, if it's worth it, it's worth it.
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Well, I don't trust him. I think he's gonna try and steal my ship. like having that asshole steal my shit. I'm probably just overthinking it. It's 4 in the morning, but whatever, man. It's my first time through. I'm allowed to imagine stuff.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered. Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
The conversation button and the draw weapon button should not be the same button.
Just arrived? Head over to Customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
We move cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a bed.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please.
Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, I don't have an ID. What happens then, old boy?
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
I take it back.
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Just the opposite. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations here.
Surely this must be some sort of mix-up.
They must have a real big bee in their bonnets, then. Everyone knows you don't trifle with Groundbreaker if you want to get your goods on time.
If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford. You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
One of them people.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else.
Yoink.
I stopped listening when she started yelling.
I need that for me, so, maybe you should be nicer to people, Miss Wanda.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
I always liked the name Vera. I don't know why. Maybe because you don't come across it too much in America. We're stuck with bullshit like Kate. What a boring name. Vera's the shit.
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know. Are you pulling my leg?
Yeah, I'm new.
You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
So, a bunch of corps pulled their money to get out in space. Gotcha.
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
So basically the Groundbreaker's Space Hong Kong. Everybody would love to have it to themselves, but there's just so much money going on that everybody just sort of tolerates each other and it stays independent. Well, here anyway. Obviously, our Hong Kong is getting less and less, what I just said by the day. I hope those people are okay, man. I'll leave it at that. Even though this is only my first month on YouTube, even I know, oh, don't mention that little island. The YouTube bots will come and assassinate your YouTube career. You're only allowed to talk about it if you're Markiplier or Pews or whatever.
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Kinda. That sounds complicated.
Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
Hey,
The board is
Choo-choo.
necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their
What
prerogative
is
to overrun
up,
you.
yo?
But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
My kitty cat, ladies and gentlemen. Sir Chewy of Chew. Not just playing, his name is Chewy, though. Hey, Choo-choo. Was a good boy.
Sure thing. Most places are on the promenade. I got a prep. You need anything else? Maybe. All right. Be seeing you.
Alright, we'll go ahead and do the stupid our ships impounded thing. So I think if I just told him, hey, my name's Jay, what up? If I did that, I think he would have just said, oh, well, that's nice, I need ID. I only have Hawthorne's ID. And apparently he's in hot water, which means we're in hot water, so we used his ID. And it is 4 in the morning, Bubba. What is up, yo?
Sorry, I can't.
Man, this is the second suppressor I found on here. Eh.
quietly now.
That's like a grenade launcher happens to be laying around. Stevedore.
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Stevedore. Steve Door. Stevedore. That's their guards, Mardettes. Nah, I don't know if it's a French word.
Nicely done.
I do like how clothes matter in this game. Like the first town I came in wearing Marauder clothes, and plenty of people noted it. I thought that was cool. See you, Chew. I don't know why he gets jealous of electronics, man. Well, I'm gonna save it right here, guys. I know this was a boring, talk-heavy episode. We got off the ship. We just had quest conversation. I know it's not much of an episode, especially being a week off. Sorry, guys. But I'm gonna save it right here. I'm either gonna go to bed or I'm gonna take a quick break. Do some medicine for my head. I'll be back. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Put some comments. Tell me what you think, guys. It's my first month on YouTube. I have no clue what I'm doing. Any constructive criticism is welcome. Other than that, have a nice night, guys. Later.